This is our candy. We usually get big candy bars, but since we end up eating it all, we just got the little candy bars, but it's still a lot. If somebody comes, we let them eat a lot. That's my favorite. Payday. Ugh, I don't think I could take much more cold. It's really, really cold to me. And I'm an old lady. Live up north anymore. Well, nothing's really going on except we're getting ready to take Sasha to the doctor. She's ever since Willie died, she thought Willie was her baby. That's how we presented her to him, because she was a year and a half and she was all hissy face when we brought him in. He was just a little teeny tiny baby. He was so tiny. And he saw her. He had cried all the way from Jemison, which is where we drove to get him. And when he saw her, he ran across the floor and cuddled in with her, and that was his mommy. And she accepted it. She even let him nurse on him and everything, and nurse on her. And she's not really been real loving with him because he was kind of mean to her. But like when he was going to the doctor, we'd bring him home and she'd run up to him and lick him on the face and everything. And they said to show the cat or the pet when the other pet passes, so they'll know, because they said that they understand that they're dead. They understand death. Well, I did, and she sniffed him a little bit, but I think she's still looking for him. And then right after that, we went on a cruise about a week later, and we were gone for 8 days. Now, my granddaughter and her husband live here right now for a short time till their house gets fixed from a flood. And they took good care of him, but he, I guess he missed us. We came back and he slept with me a few nights, and then he started sleeping outside, and it's been so cold. And they said the cat shouldn't be below 70, and you should keep your house warm and everything. And she's always been an inside cat, but we have a screened-in porch with a cat door that they go out, and they keep the litter boxes out there, so we don't have to have the litter mess in the house. And we just sweep it. We clean them, and then we just sweep what's on the floor down through the wood, and it works out real well that way. It's so much easier. And they think they're outside because it's completely screened in, and they have got a couch and a couple chairs and a table. They're real comfortable out there, and they got a good view of everything. They get to see all the wild animals coming through the yard and the birds and whatever's going on. But they're safe because there's a fence around everything. But the wild animals somehow get in here. But it's been a good place for them, and they've always been happy. But in the summertime now, Willie would stay outside all night because he liked it out there. But it's so cold now, and I don't know why they're outside. And she's just been acting real strange. And but she's been scratching a lot. She has no fleas or ticks or anything. And I don't know if she's just got an allergy. But we're taking her to the vet today, and she is behind on her shots because we had to take Willie so many times the last few months. I mean, we got a large bill for him. I guess about maybe $700-800 for the last 3 months. So we didn't take her for her shots, but they don't go outside. They still do have to have a few shots. I think we get them pneumonitis, and we get them the rabies, of course. And I was thinking the cat, some kind of cat pneumonitis or something. And so that costs a little bit, but I don't mind doing it. I've always done it, but I'm about 3 or 4 months late getting hers. And so we're going to take her today, and she's probably going to freak out when she sees that cage, because we took Willie in a cage, on the 3rd, and he didn't come back. Still sad because he was such a good cat and I loved him so much. But that's my reminder to play my Wordle. I play Wordle every day, but they don't know I played it last night at midnight. Anyway, I don't mean to get on sad subjects all the time, but I just love my Willie. He was a force. He was the boss of the house. When Willie was happy, we were happy. When he was mad or upset, we were too. He decided when it was time to eat, when it was time to sleep. Every night, I don't know how he did it, but within a minute, either way, he was in here at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock was his time to go to bed. He did get a little mixed up when we had time change, but then he'd catch on to it. But and he'd come right in. If he's outside, he'd come in. He'd give me a stare, like, I'm coming up whether you like it or not. And I was forced to give him his belly rubs. He liked that. And then when he had had enough, he got up and he gave me this look and he started squishing between me and the chair, and he got behind me and pushed me off the chair, and it became his chair. This is the blanket I gave him for his birthday this year, and he did love it, but he really loved my other blue blanket, and so we wrapped him up in the blue blanket, and he's buried with it. But at night, he would lay down on that, and I had to cover him up, and I had to rock the chair a little bit. This is a not a lane, but what the heck? It's a glider rocker anyway. And that was just, he had a routine, and he stuck to his routine. And I think he knew he was going. The last couple weeks, he just had he had those beautiful blue eyes, and he just would have a blank stare, and he'd just look at you, and he was not even looking at you. And he'd just look off into the distance, and he wasn't looking at anything. He was in so much pain. The vet said he was in a lot of pain, but he just cats don't let you know they have pain. And he just fought through it, but the last few nights he started howling, and he was so miserable. And we took him the day before, and she didn't even know what it was, and she thought that he would be all right. She gave him a bunch of tests, but she did see a spot in his gallbladder. But she said he could live without his gallbladder. But that night he didn't sleep, and he was just miserable and crying. And I said, we got to take him back. So we took him back Saturday, and they did a ultrasound. And she said that there was a mass in his gallbladder and in his pancreas. Pancreatic cancer, nothing they can do for humans. I know they can't do anything for cats. And I asked her, well, do we need to put him down? And she said, yes, you do. He's in terrible pain, and she said it's going to get worse. It's going to be just terrible for him. So we rushed there, and we held him and loved him and talked to him and told him he was the best boy. And then he passed. And we brought him home, and we buried him in the back, and I just ordered a tombstone for him. And I've been kind of lax about getting him for my last two cats, but I'm sorry, I don't mean to cry. And I got a tombstone for Sheba and for Sammy, and they're all buried in the backyard. And I'd like to be someday too, but I guess they won't let me. I guess they have to put me in a cemetery, but I really would like to be buried in my own backyard with my pets and my husband. Of course, I want him to be dead also. I don't want to bury him when he's alive. But anyway, I don't mean to be sad. It's Halloween, and we're supposed to be happy. And it's a shiny day out, even though it's cold. And I still got my Sasha, and I got my Blue, and he's a crazy dog. And but I just can't get another kitten. I think Sasha would really like to have a little kitten to call hers, but I can't do it because I won't outlive another cat. Anyway, bye guys. Love y'all.